And hello, welcome back to Speletons. I'm Zinker, he's Derek.
I had the last word. They couldn't.
Well, no, I had the last
I made
word.
both of them uncomfortable.
I said next time on Speletons.
At work.
I said next time on Speletons, and then we ended the episode.
At work.
And that was the end.
In
fact, I always have the last word in these things because at least I can if I want to because I edit them, so I get to choose when they end.
But anyways, at work, I had the last word because I made both of them uncomfortable, and they were also like kind of laughing though, and they could not generate a response to that. I'm really good at work about being able to get the last word.
Oh, duh! I had to get there.
Because I have zero care about their opinions of me. I'm happy to say like literally whatever to have the last word and have it, or to make a joke or whatnot, within the reasons of workplace ethics. Albeit I don't think anyone at my work really cares because some people do say a lot or say or do a lot of things that like I wouldn't at work solely because I don't trust that I won't hear from HR about it later.
So anyhow, I do it at my work even though I'm friends with most of the people there, and I do care what they think of. But still fine.
Yeah.
I do it.
I mean,
well, not everyone. Some people.
It doesn't make a difference that much, but like, yeah. It helps not caring what they think really, because like.
I am so upset at this.
It helps sense us.
I'm so upset. I'm actually upset at that. That makes me mad. Okay, where else am I going? Chapter 7, Chapter 6.
That is the one thing I do enjoy in my work, is being able to outwit like everybody. Outwit as in like work and joke.
Makes sense. I outwit everyone. I literally do too. Like there is nothing they can do to beat me.
I have quick
every situation.
I have very quick wit. Like
me
I can takes we both do, which is why I figured you would understand what I'm talking about, where I'm coming from.
Well, I basically, admittedly, I've been taking the turned on by everything route from Derek, but I still have in general quick wit. Without that, but oh boy, does that help a lot.
Well, the turned on by everything certainly is like the best. Like it's not, you can't beat it really.
If you can't beat it, join it.
The only way to beat it is to go along, or is to also go along with it. You just have to go along. It's basically whoever makes the other one uncomfortable first. If neither of you get uncomfortable, then it just comes like, it just looks weird.
Derek, here's a fair question for you.
Yeah.
Between you and me, who would win in first to get uncomfortable? Or, well, who would lose, I guess?
Shit. I feel like I would, because I think you have a better idea of what makes me uncomfortable.
Okay.
Which isn't much.
So you would
it's more
win,
just things I don't like.
You'd get uncomfortable first. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, I was also thinking that, but I was waiting to see what you said, just in case you might. There's something. There was a point you could have brought up that.
I don't know what I don't know where my go-to would be to like try to win that.
Yeah, I'm pretty hard to make uncomfortable because I've just dealt with so much.
I can't use like I can't wear I feel like just wearing like revealing crossplay or something like that wouldn't be enough.
I would probably stare and be like, ooh.
Like maybe when we first started, but I don't know. I don't know. Like,
I don't know. I'm so
if
far
I
gone at this point, Derek. I don't think there's anything
I
that
was
can
gonna
be
say
done.
I was gonna say like I think you're pretty desensitized by now, and so am I. Like
Yeah,
to a lot of things.
I'm pretty.
I'm desensitized to a lot of things. People. That's the thing too. That's also why people don't beat me or like aren't as like people can't win a battle of wit to me or with me at work is because I'm so desensitized to a lot of things that like I think most people in general like either like find funny or abnormal, I suppose. Like we had a conversation today about furries, and like I was trying to explain what exactly a furry is, and like the because like my coworkers' understandings of it were very wrong and skewed. Um, you're welcome, furry community. I tried to help you out there and educate some people.
Well, I kind of want. Oh, I died again. Well,
And
maybe if Laylee
like the
wasn't a
entire time,
complete waste of space, you know.
and the entire time, like I can talk about furries just fine without like laughing. I might make a joke at their expense, but like
Oh my god,
I
Laylee, I
like
fucking hate you. I literally
find it a
despise
little-
Laylee with my life.
I find it like a little. I do
trash.
find it a little weird, but like I'm very much a to each their own kind of person. So like it doesn't. It's not weird for me to talk about it all. But like for other people, I feel like they get kind of like other people there were getting like they're kind of like uncomfortable by it, and also just like the very concept in general was like like funny to that, or not like funny, just like difference them, and kind of like to me like I'm just so desensitized though, like I could literally talk about it all day, and my only qualm would just be that I spent an entire day talking about furries.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that.
I had nothing better to do with my life, I guess.
I
But,
just
being
I
desensitized makes it like so hard to like
I think the case of me is just that I know so many disgusting things that exist, that just exist.
the people in my work, dude. The people in the kitchen, like the chefs and whatnot. I swear, 99% of the time when I go back there, they're talking about some weird sex thing, which like
Me too.
that's like that's how do I describe the it's like I guess there are things that would fall into the realm of just like
Laylee,
like
come
nasty.
back.
I guess if I had to describe them.
Derek, you don't even know nasty.
Well, that's what I told. I had someone the one time be like, or one of my coworkers the one time was like, we were talking about like we were talking about like just like nerds or whatnot, and like his idea of like of someone who's just like super nerdy and like the bad kind, like the cursed kind of nerd is like someone who watches hentai, and I was like, oh, you have no idea how tame that is
I've seen
compared
Teen
to like
Titans hentai. It's
Dude.
not my proudest moment.
I was it was he was like people who like people who look at hentai are like the like super far gone like nerds like that he even like he or that like he likes like he enjoys D&D and magic and stuff, but like that's what he would define as like super as like he would look at it and be like, huh, nerds,
far.
to which like I would too, but like I jest, at least when I do. But he said that, and I was like, oh, you naive child. I went to a technical institute. That's like that's like that's like the common. That's like
Hentai's
that's
just
probably
common there.
like the common folk
Wait,
there.
what happened there? Did you see that? Oh my god, the fucking snail needs to die.
You mean all those different gates you pushed down?
Yeah, I pushed the second one down. I don't know how that happened. Did I make it up? Fuck.
But
Getting up this thing is impossible. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be able to get up here. Okay, well, great. I really felt me coming up here served some sort of greater purpose. But I guess I was wrong. Wait, yeah, isn't there a thing down below?
So, my response to that though was he asked like, okay, like this, like the nerds of like the people there, and I was like, well, I know someone who wears like an Ahegao hoodie around who owns multiple Ahegao hoodies and wears them around like the college, like out in public.
Yeah,
and
sure do.
Like his response was just like a visible gasp.
Just a visible gasp.
Like, and that was just one example. I didn't even bring up the people who wear tails.
Are there people that wear tails at RIT?
There were a couple.
Huh.
And what's funny is there were two separate ones that would dance in Infinity Quad.
Two separate ones? They weren't together, just so you know. They just happened to...
No, it was like there were two separate people who did that. That both wore tails and also would dance. It would just go to Infinity Quad and just kind of dance there.
I mean, what else do you do for tail?
I guess.
Right? I think that's pretty fair. Like, what else are you gonna do but fucking dance?
Lower someone's defense by one stage.
That's if you whip it. And that's only if you whip it. You could also hit them 2 to 5 times by slapping them with it. And if you have Skill Link, you can always hit them 5 times. And if you have Skill Link and a King's Rock, you have a 43% chance of causing him to flinch. One of my favorite fucking setups was I would use a Ninjask to speed boost and like a Swords Dance and a substitute.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly to substitute and the speed. Then I would baton pass into a Cincino. And then I would sweep entire teams with just Cincino. Because this was an OU. For those of you who keep up with the Pokemon meta, at the time, this is Gen 5 and this was an OU. People didn't fight Cincinos in OU because most people who are competitive people, they're only used to versing, you know, the standard meta.
Fight the other meta things.
So when you bring out something that isn't quite meta, but you know what you're doing, you can make it like annoying to deal with. Basically, what I'm saying is no one knew what to deal with, and they would get swept by this fucking Cincino, and I loved it. It was just this tiny, adorable little mouse that just swept teams.
That's why I'm very excited to try out my modern deck. Hopefully I'm gonna play modern for Magic this Sunday. In my main board, I have like at least 3 or 4 different things that are ordinarily sideboard cards. So like that, like you only play them in the sideboard, and you put them in again to basically hate out certain meta decks. But like I have them in the main board because my point is the point of the deck is to just hate out those decks the first game.
Okay.
It'd be like in Yu-Gi-Oh! If you had like some like something like one of the things that like like destroys like an XYZ or something like that. So you sided in if your opponent is using XYZs or something like that.
Are these
but
tonic?
rather than having it on the sideboard, you just have it main board.
Sophia film? Are these?
But I'm excited to try it because I played Modern once before with my deck, and I only had like 1 or 2 things that would do that. I had like 1 thing that would do that, but like
very lucky.
My opponent's reactions to seeing it in the main board game 1 was like priceless. Because they're like, because they see it, and like if it's something that like actually like hates on them, they usually have no idea what to do because like they weren't prepared for that. Like usually when you get to like a game 2, usually and people side stuff in, you know what to expect. You kind of have an idea of what to expect. Like, all right, they know they know what deck I'm playing now. They probably are gonna put this in to deal with it. So then I'll put something else in to deal with it, or like I'll make sure I play around it.
All right. Anyhow,
Um,
it is time for the next episode.